It's nice traveling with another soldier. You'll have to tell me one of your war stories sometime. Rebellion's more like our natural state of being in the living lands. People on the island don't much like being told what to do. In fact, many come here specifically for that reason.
Hey, what? How's it going?
And the Stilgar Road. Ludwine and her paladins have been busy in the hinterlands. It's all rumor and speculation, but I don't think they're making your cause any friends. They say she's hunting down so-called agitators, flattening entire settlements that stand in her way. Of course, all the news reaching Paradise is jumbled together. Stories about the Dream Scourge, the Stilgar Road, and the weird happenings that are almost commonplace around here. So it's hard to say what's true. I think you're right. I don't know that these rebels are all that organized yet. But where there's foam, there's rocks, as the saying goes. My favorite subject. What do you want to know? Knight, envoy.
I'm doing okay. Just doing some late night gaming.
Did that artifact get warmer, or am I imagining it? That looks right.
Just to intellect. Primal frame. Doesn't need. It doesn't need duplicate, does it? No. Okay. Okay, doesn't need duplicate. Late night gaming is the best. common scale armor. Try this. Okay, so there has to be an inventory. Common leather cuirass. Common plate. Okay. Whoops. You can't transmute weapons, can you? No. Okay. Common mace. $1,200. Jesus. Okay. Softwood branch. Probably. Shrine to water god. Okay. You idiot. Oh shit.
You take lead.
Okay.
I was just getting warmed up.
You really gotta keep your aggro on them. Wayfarer's Ring. %15 health and essence regeneration from potions and food. Though most paladins that are devoted to Wodika can be found among the ranks of the Steel Grove Order, there is always an expedition to the rule. Exception. Ulfrang was one such exception. He was of the Order of Kind Wayfarers, and would spend his days walking alongside those traveling the roads of Aether, keeping them safe from beasts and outlaw alike. The only thing as notable as Ulfrang as his desire to keep the innocent from harm was his legendary appetite. Even in the most dire of circumstances, a good meal and good drink could raise a man's spirit like nothing else. Why can't we wear 5 rings? So resistance to fire and frost. Regenerate health while wet, which most of the time we're fighting, we're not going to be wet. Okay. Well, I guess that's all. 15% resistance. Okay. So where the fuck is this guy? What is that? Makes me want to go there, but call of the past. Find the voice's memory. You know what? Let's go check it out. If I go down there, can I come back up? Oh no, you know what, you have to, that doesn't take you there. How the fuck do you get there?
If she discovers any embarrassing secrets, I'll keep them to myself. Promise.
I mean, you got a nice place going on here. Now we live here. Is that him?
That wasn't me. It was. How am I ever supposed to return to the farm? Be careful, godlike. Runid has such power. God, such terrifying power. You should be. Well, she told me such terrible things. I was a wicked person in my last life. Evil to the core. So many dead. By my hands.
But watches are not fraud in this world. Because in the Pillars of Eternity games, you play a watcher.
What do I do, though? Find the descendants of those... I can't even say it. I just want to go back home. To the farm. How can I possibly face anyone now? Knowing what I know. And I keep telling myself that that person, that murderer isn't me, but they were. They are. I suppose you You have a point. Thank you. I think... Oh, make sure to toss a coin into the pond behind the Watcher's home after your reading.
I'd rather keep my coin.
It's tradition. Rooney doesn't accept payment for her readings. So this is what people do. What you do is your decision, but you have been warned. You're at your own risk. If I've lived before, what will it mean to live again? Or maybe I shouldn't have come. There is such a thing as knowing too much about yourself. Please, leave me to my thoughts. Please, leave me to my thoughts.
A gift from one of Rooney's patrons. It yearns for the pond beside the Watcher's home. So she lives here, like, protected from everything else. I can jump into the pool. I don't see any other coins in here. Oh! I thought she was coming out.
Step closer, godlike.
Dang, you got a nice place here. Sorry, I'm gonna check out your home. Why you take water from your pool and then you would just take a bath here? Why don't you just take a bath outside? Yeah, let's just steal other people's stuff. She got a nice home though.
If it is a watcher you seek, then a watcher you have found.
She's accurate so far.
Why have you come to me, godlike? Let's have a look at you then. You who came to these shores on a royal errand. You who have died and returned. To open the door to your soul, we must first open a door to your mind. Now repeat after me. I stand on the shore between here and beyond. Very good. Spoken with conviction. I dip my toe into bottomless depths. The lake is a mirror. The mirror is a door. And the door stands open.
A door? A garden gate?
Impossible. Someone is here with us? How? Who are you? What are you? Show me what you are.
A hand knocks on a bark. Do we answer? How can they see?
What is this I hear? Old and forgotten. Echoes of echoes. An uninvited passenger? Curious. Something clings to your soul, felt but unseen.
Voices, echoes in the placid lake. Shelter the seed from winter. Who reaches for our lives? Who speaks?
Enough! I have seen into your soul, and hereby close that which was open. The door is shut, the reading finished. Well, that was truly unexpected. I am pleased to report I made contact with your soul, and then with something I cannot name. First, the good news. Not only is your soul healthy, it is strong, powerful. Strange for one who so recently died. Death leaves a scar, but you are unmarked. Instead of passing through the beyond, your soul was nurtured, protected, caged.
Soft. The shell cushions the egg.
You only live because someone would not permit you to die. But I wonder, who?
What does it mean to have a strong soul?
Of that I am unsure. You might find that you suddenly have new abilities that manifest in battle, for instance. Or you may feel a spiritual connection to ancient places, like memories not your own. But that does not explain who pulled you from the grasp of death. Who would do such a thing?
The voice in my head?
I can say much, but that thing, whatever it is, eludes me. It has been years since I met a godlike. Their souls have a sonorous quality, like the music of a bell. A godlike soul sings together with the god that has claimed them, made them their own. It gives them power. Your soul, it has no chime. In its place, a thorn jabs at your essence, working its way to the surface.
That's good, right?
I told you the good news. Now comes the bad, or the unusual. When you came into this life, a thorn pierced the fabric of your soul, and your soul grew around it, trapping and embracing the invader. A godlike's time is a gift, a blessing. But a godlike's thorn, that may be a curse.
Could the voice in my head be a thorn?
Can a soul commune with itself? A fascinating idea. But I have no answer. We know that a god touched you at birth, but which one and why? They always signed their work, and none of them lay claim to you. Disturbing. Terrible. There are so few godlike remaining, and you are a stranger even among your own kind. Forward. Whatever you choose to believe in, be it fate, the gods, or your own nature, it will point you the way. I wish I could tell you that everything will work out in your favor, but the wheel turns by a merciless hand. One word of advice. When you find a pillar of Ardra, commune with it. Ardra has a strong link to the beyond. Ardra holds the path between this life and the next, a conduit for souls all around Aora. Through Ardra, a soul may find its way back to the wheel, to be born again. But the Ardra here, in the living lands, is different, insular. It connects only to itself, twisting vines, essence warping into essence. A lost soul, perhaps, wandering and in search of some connection from afar. When you find Ardra, commune with it. Take heed of its lesson. Ardra may pave your road to the truth, or it may lead to a dead end. But the journey will teach you. That I promise. Before we close, have you any final questions? Kai, your soul is heavy, burdened, yet something is missing. Something not easily replaced.
Hey, we don't need to make this all about me.
As you understand the word, yes. You fell into death, and a guiding hand lifted you back onto your feet.
That guiding hand, whatever it is, must be what brought you back to life at Liviana's.
Your soul is healthy, but it is also a mystery beyond my sight. For us both, I assure you. Safe travels, godlike, and thank you for the glimpse at your wonderful soul. I will pray that your next turning of the wheel is uneventful. Until then, you are bound to live a rich and complicated life.
This kind of thing makes my skin prickle. Let's get out of here.
I see a city reduced to ash, a blighted farm, a corpse wearing a collar. Trouble me no more. Try not to dream. It isn't safe anymore. Don't you see it? A garden without end. I look to the horizon, and I see a mountain in flames. I see a city reduced to ash, a blighted farm, a corpse wearing a collar. Try not to dream. It isn't safe anymore.
So how do I throw the coin? This is the pool, right? It yearns for the pond beside the Watcher's home.
Between tensions in the city and threats outside, the militia's in over their heads.
There's no option to throw the coin. Oh. There we go. Is it in there now? It's gone. The guy's still sitting here pondering.
I hope she gave you some good news. Please, leave me to my thoughts.
problem is that, huh? Okay. There we go. So pretty. Oh, yeah, there's the Eye of Rigman is over here.
You feeling okay? Seems like you've been having some odd dreams. So did my commanding officers. What do you want to know? Then I've got answers. Some of them may even be true.
I thought you got something to say. I guess not. How often is that? It's been a night and it still hasn't. Hasn't respawned yet. Okay. Alright, so which quest are we gonna do now? Find Marcus, a grinning Balrog. Totem a rightful rulership. Found a piece of scales of Oathbinder, powerful artifacts, and totem of Watercut. The remaining pieces can be found across Dawnshore. The more pieces you gather, the sound the more powerful totem will become. Find clues about the location. Where are we finding clues about the location? We don't know. We would have just head back, and that could be another companion, so I think we better just head back and get another companion before we continue. Oh, but this thing is so close, okay. Let's do this one before we go back.
The so-called godless people. Disappeared centuries ago, but left plenty of ruins to remember them by.
Okay. This sword is awesome. What's up with this music?
First rule of godless ruins: don't touch anything.
Don't touch anything. This epic music. Oh, this is what I saw from up there. Look at a big ass fucking skeleton. A freaking dragon or something.
We have been here before. As the new earth settled beneath your feet,
What is this? I need more drinks though. And it is hot in here. It courses with all magic. Why do you ask? Do you sense something unusual?
The Adra breathes. We shape the mountains. You build your foundation on us too.
Are we creating or destroying?
Now our memory is a wound, reopened.
What do you remember?
For generations, the Akita wandered the land, seeds in the wind. A storm had tossed them to our shores. They were branches without roots. Then you, Fisherman, were born with our face. Our flowers bloomed in your hair. Your people saw a sign of greatness.
A gift?
A blessing. One with a heavy price. The elders trained you not as a child, but as a paragon. They expected everything. They forgave nothing. Responsibility was like a stone. Help us remember, Ishmael. How did you bear the weight?
Ishmael. Kishamal. A figure of godless myth. Not much is known about them, save that Kishamal was born under special circumstances and helped to erect the great city that was later destroyed. I rebel. I would decide my destiny, not the circumstances of my birth.
Your defiance inspired others to seek new traditions, new ideas. The more that you resisted your calling, the more you fulfilled it. When you came of age, turmoil stirred. Lightning split the bark. Some, tired of their exile, they wanted to return to their ancestral lands.
They were misguided. Our prospects lay in front of us, not behind us.
You both wanted the best for your people. How could you reconcile? A bud opened. A comet streaked across the sky. You had a vision. You dreamed of a city where the sea swept into the wood, a place to flourish, to gather, more than a settlement, a home. What did you envision in your fitful sleep, Fisherman?
Agriculture, forges, aqueducts. We needed to be self-sufficient.
After years of hunger, the Akita deserved stability. You could not nourish your souls without nourishing your bodies first. So the carpenters and masons set out, but we resisted them. What was a wall to a trailing vine, an arch to a mighty oak?
I told them to build in harmony with nature, even if the city was not as grand.
The Akita's fate hung by spider silk. You knew you must adapt. Months became years, and the people stood in awe of what they built. It eclipsed the lands of their ancestors. Its spires challenged the clouds. How did you feel as you gazed upon your masterwork?
only saw more to be there.
Your greatest triumph awaited you. The people reasoned that the one who had built the city should lead it. A chorus of their voices joined in one. Another wait. Some claimed that this was the destiny your birth foretold. Tell us, Ishimo, how did you lead?
It's my city, I led according to my will.
No one would govern you but yourself. We should like that to be our way. Your will was iron. In time, your people feared opposing you. They wondered whether so much power should fall upon one head. So your reign passed, a year into an age. The seas rose and fell until one day, nothing. Silence.
What happened?
Wastes of ash. Devastation. A lifetime reduced to dust. We can remember no more, no matter how far we reach back.
Were we invaded? Were we conquered?
It is fruitless. A void, a tremor in the Adra. Perhaps it should not be known. Yet one shape shines through the canopy of our memory. A face amid the rubble. You, Kishimo. What became of you?
My people rescued me from a devastation.
Whether you caused it was immaterial. They pulled you forth and executed you. Revenge for their suffering. As your blood bathed the land, we felt their fury. And we learned. We twine together. We reach for the sky. We grow. We grow. We grow.
Remembrance of Kishimo increases your maximum health by 10. That's it.
Hey, Envoy. Back with us?
What? What is that? Oh. Drawn in winter. Oh no, don't. Oh shit. Someone's healing them. Shit. Gotta take care of that one, Kai. Come on. Do I need to equip that new weapon? This weapon is not doing anything to these guys. Ooh, better damage. Power attack deals moderate frost accumulation. A Legend of the Living Lands speaks of a marvelous and dangerous garden watched over by 4 guardians: Northern Wind, Southern Gate, Western Sun, and Eastern Moon. To protect the garden from those who would disturb its wonders, and to protect hapless wanderers from the ravenous beasts and carnivorous plants within, the guardian diverted travelers with their respective domains. Frigid and buffeting winds, glaring daylight, and darkness of night, 3 would stand alert each season while 1 guardian rested. It is said that the Eastern Moon unearthed drawn in winter each year after the last autumn's winds had died down. Okay, well let's check it out. No damage. Fuck you. Fuck you, come on. Too much healing. Are you serious? Lord. Fuck. Oh. Oh God. See, we should have talked to the new companion first. Possible new companion. Instead of doing all these other quests.
Hey, Envoy. Back with us?
And I'm not gonna equip this thing, because I think the other one's better. No, damage is better though, and the stun is better. But the killing an enemy restores 3% of your maximum health. That's actually pretty hard, so you know what?
You're mine now.
Isn't there a parry in this game? Get this guy first, come on. Oops. We need a different bomb too. This guy first, please.
Back on my feet.
Sucks. Jesus Christ.
We make a good squad.
They didn't even level us up. Like a half-hour fight. Crazy. And I had to I had to eat like 5 different things to buff me up. That's just nuts. Something up here. Don't think we can get up there though. So I don't know how to get this one thing. Oh. So where the fuck is it? Now it's gone. It doesn't even show. Ah, misleading map. Is this too high of a fall? No.
Paradise can be a nice place, if you know the right people.
What is it?
With all due respect, Captain, you have no jurisdiction over the Paradise Militia.
This building is Adiran property. Your people have no business being here.
I understand, but you can't just march up to the gate and order my soldiers around.
Then order them to get away from our property, or I'll use more than harsh language. Ah, the Emperor's envoy. I'm glad to see His Majesty is sending more Adirans to settle this untamed land. I'm Althea, a captain in the Steel Garrote under Inquisitor Ludwine.
You seem to be taking your rank quite seriously.
How else should one take one's rank, envoy? This sergeant of the Paradise Militia refuses to discipline his people about lingering near our headquarters. A less charitable woman might suppose that their loitering is intended to aggravate us.
Be reasonable. My militia need to pass this way to go to and from the East Gate. What are they supposed to do? Walk all the way down to the market entrance just to make you feel better?
Sergeant, what is the loitering the captain is talking about?
Look, none of us are professional soldiers. We're militia. We all have other jobs to get back to. Of course, we'll stop to have a drink and a laugh with our friends on our way to and from the gate. If the Steel Garrote want to look down their noses at us for our lack of discipline, that's fine. Just stop complaining that we don't take everything as seriously as you joyless lot.
See? This is what I'm talking about. Antagonism, plain and simple.
Sergeant, you don't have to avoid this building, but keep your people from loitering you, alright?
Fine. I wish you people would be less uptight about all this.
I suppose that is resolution enough. Thank you, Envoy. Street urchins would make more respectable militia than this rabble. Envoy? This city needs discipline. Street urchins would make more respectable militia than this rabble.
I want her cape.
Gods, what a mess. Andra, save us. Is there really anyone in when there are people dead in the streets?
There's never anything in these crates.
Envoy, what is it?
We should stop by Sansa's sometime. There's nothing like it, that's for sure.
Welcome! I was hoping you would drop in.
Animancer's Lantern, Valen Trading Company. Animancy is the art of channeling soul essence into inventions for betterment of society. With a careful application of copper and Adra, Animancers can achieve wondrous results. This naval lantern is fitted with a shard of luminous Adra from the Deadfire Archipelago, and was once mounted on the Valen Trading Company galleon Imo dos Spirente. How it washed up on shores of the living land is a mystery. The Adra is long since depleted and will never shine again. The Emporium would like to remind visitors that the use of animancy is strictly forbidden in Paradise. This is law in the province of ruination of Nikitaka's old city. Excerpt from a lecture given before the annual convention of the Academy of Architectural Historian in Adir. Close examination by learned parties suggests that Nekataka is significantly older than it might first appear. We take our example, this sporadic wound in the city's side, which the locals most charmingly refer to as the gullet. On its face, it is not considerably different from your average slum. Indeed, it contains all that one might expect of such place, desperate poverty, wrenching hunger, a tavern fare brimming with miscreants, and a flourishing criminal culture. Of course, it has its own unique offering as well, a towering pile of garbage dumped into the district from more affluent neighborhoods above it. It is in every sense abominable. The Juana leadership should be ashamed, but I digress. Far more interesting than the caste stratifications among the Juana are the bones their city is built upon, for beneath the gullet lies a vast cavern littered with the remains of an ancient city, referred to simply as the Old City by the denizens of Nekataka. This sunken metropolis is notable for two reasons. The Old City's architecture is markedly different in style, form, and apparently use from the architecture of modern Nekataka, and there is no readily available explanation for the Old City's destruction that has not already been considered and discounted by those inclined to study it. My peers here in the Academy and beyond believe that the Old City's destruction is clearly the fault of the region's energetic volcanism and subsequent tectonic rumblings. I would caution against grasping at such easy solutions, however. Consider the following. The Juana have lived in the region for thousands of years. Earthquakes are no more a surprise to them than are the archipelago's daily soaking rains. None in Eora match their sheer creativity and expertise in building to withstand these events. Moreover, for all their flexibility in building construction, the Juana's tastes have proven to be remarkably stable over time, showing a clear preference for designs that mimic the rhythm and shapes of the natural world. The Old City shows none of these things. Indeed, what remains was constructed primarily of stone cut in austere blocks, and the buildings are arranged in a manner not dissimilar from those prevalent in the Engwithan ruins that dot the landscape. With those 2 points in mind, does it not seem prudent to ask whether the Old City is Juana in origin, and if it is not, who built it, and finally, what destroyed it? It's a long read. Oh my god, there's one for each one of these? Oh, double head. Unidentified experimental revenant. In 2828 AI, a two-headed revenant shambled out of the wilderness and settled on the outskirts of Dawn Shore. Many attempts were made to put down the creature, but eventually the local militia resolved against sending any more soldiers to be devoured. Hunters recovered the remains, starved after freezing winter. It was the possession of a third head, identity unknown. Oh, it was in the possession of a third head. A shard of Adra was found sticking out of the revenant's chest. The hunters also reported finding strange collar and bell, but this artifact was never officially catalogued. Fiomes Iverno has disavowed any knowledge of the revenant.
Did the two heads take turns, or was this guy twice as hungry?
Very good question there, Guy.
Admit it. You want to hit it. Just once.
Ooh. What? He's full of surprises. Claviger Belden's armor. This armor was worn by Claviger Belden during the dank spore outbreak of 2748 AI, when the bloom spores infested Dawnshore and threatened to overtake the city. Belden rallied the militia to burn out the colony and restore order, though he fell in the final battle. The walls were later reinforced and the militia trained in the suppression of hostile fungus. While the armor has been thoroughly cleaned of spores, the Emporium kindly asks the visitors that it is appreciated at a safe distance. Okay, hold on now. Let me take care of something real quick. Judging by the dentition and size of the cephalic crest, this Tsar died in the late adolescent or early adulthood. Its partial remains were uncovered in the far west of Dawnshore, not far from the ruins of a large tribal settlement. The accompanying shells were found with the skull, but are too small to be Zarab eggs. It is more likely that they belonged to a local avian life, and the Zarab had been eating them around the time of its death. No ceremonial objects or grave goods were excavated in the area, supporting the theory that the Zarab perished by accident. Edsel the Sightless was a watcher who spent his life in a remote wilderness hut, blind from birth. Edsel navigated the world with the help of spirits lighting his path. Edsel was rumored to have walked the entire island, untouched from shore to shore. He is the only hermit in the living lands known to have died from natural causes. The Emporium honors his memory by displaying him in quiet dignity. Decapitation was not the cause of death, but one of the several mishaps during transport of the remains, which should serve as a reminder to secure a coffin when going around the sharp mountain pass. Fulvano's adventuring gear, grappling hooks, hammers, and axes are among many of the tools carried by adventurers who brave the wild frontier of the living lands. This set was found at the bottom of a canyon, hurled in anger by the valiant explorer Fulvano shortly before he gave up on his expedition of the living lands. It is said that he set sail for the eastern reach and never returned. Cartographer's Guild, Volume 2. In a turn of events that was unprecedented just a few short years ago, Andre's mortar has subsided. The possibilities of exploration that arise from this event are staggering. We at the Cartographer's Guild look forward to what the beloved Expedition Corps discovers when they inevitably turn their attention to whatever awaits beyond the seas. In the meantime, the Corps will be busy as the empty solidifies a foothold in the living lands. The possibility of being able to finally map this untamed wilderness, this fierce frontier, properly stirs the heart of even the youngest apprentice cartographer. As always, we stand ready to put to paper all that our illustrious nation discovers at the behest of our emperor. Long may he reign. There's so much shit. Legacy of Tucson. More displays. Let's start with over here. He paints too. So, yeah, whenever you see a bunch of books, sometimes there's the lore piece. Nasatak Poetry compilation. The expedition. I move, there is no compulsion. It is not a need, but something pulls I cannot deny its draw. The white winds out past my vision. Its fierce eyes watch me as I move. The wolf tracks my step, a silent companion who will not join. All is blank. The pale expanse lies before and behind. I search, the miles pass and still my feet move. My hunt continues unabated. The landscape returns my gaze, unaffected by my presence. The snow falls, needles driven by the wind. Its cold teeth bite my skin. The snow gathers its hands around my feet, a fierce opponent who will not relent. All is white, my journey continues. I travel, I can no longer stop. A true compulsion forms. The need drives me on, I must see. The sun breaks through the gray. Its unrelenting gaze thaws me. My body warms under its touch. Frigid limbs move again and carry me farther. All is empty. The breath of existence is my destination. Oh, that is not very good.
I don't think my assistants are hiding in there.
Known a trinket recovered near the eastern ruins. Sacred object, but to whom? Iconography suggests Wodica. Very old, perhaps from first Adrian settlers. Did Adrian's ship land here centuries earlier than we thought? Curious implication of poor historical record. Definitely incomplete though. Part of a larger relic. More fragments in the area. Warm to the touch. Enchanted. Valuable. And it's stolen. No, by me. And the guy doesn't care. Okay. You can just take everything in. Oh, because we're the ambassador. What are we? The something.
Looking for something?
So they can't really say anything if we decide to just loot something. I guess that's the logic of it.
You won't find any treasures.
I did. Godless pottery. Recovered from godless ruin in Shadowscarp. Left a ceremonial urn used for transporting liquids or possibly the ashes of the dead. Center, front, back, small vessels for containing and pouring liquids for healing and recreational purposes. Right, a flat bowl, possibly used for communal meals.
Wouldn't want to mix your communal meals bowl with your ashes of the dead bowl.
A flat bowl, possibly used for communal meals. Front, center, possibly used for planting pot, receptacle for bodily waste. Okay, I need to look for that. Center, front. Back left, small bottle used to hold perfume and incense. Back center, pitcher possibly used for juices or oils. And hopefully Kai has something funny to say. Back right, ancient carafe, unadorned with decoration, likely used in day-to-day cooking. Center front urn, possibly used for planting pot, receptacle for bodily waste. This one? Or this? Oh, I see this one. Oh no, this one. How is this for bodily waste? It's the opening is kind of small. You gotta aim. Well, I guess for peeing, I guess, not for shitting. Legacy of the Takan. This slim volume tells the tale of Takan. People live along the banks of Akul River on the fertile Exemetal plains. The details their rise to prominence in the region and the eventual demise at the hands of their ancient enemies, the Quack-Model people. A significant portion of the book is given over to examining the role of the Takan's order of monks, the Nalpalska, in Takan society. The Nalpalska believed that the transcendence could only be attained by overcoming one's personal vanity, the desire for pleasure, and fear of death. To that end, they engaged in pointedly antisocial behavior, various forms of self-mutilation, and meditation with or consumption of the recently deceased. Nalpalska was led by an Anitle, or master warrior, the last of whom was a man named Exapilio. Exapilio was charged with protecting his people from the Quasmatl and other threats, but the tragic twist of fate, Exapilio died before he was able to pass on sacred knowledge on the man poised to take his place. The book dwells on this failure for some time. Its author apparently of the belief that it was this one error that gave the Quack-Model the opening they need to launch their attack. The book's author goes on to describe how he attempted to instigate a popular uprising among his people against the quad model, but his efforts were unsuccessful, as the Takan were by then too broken by the destruction of their culture to muster much of a defense. The volume concludes with an exhortation for the reader not to mourn the Takan's passing, but to learn what they had to teach and to teach others in turn. Aww. A young sporling preserved donated by the Wardens of Solace. Believed to be either a worker or a very small warrior, this sporling lived decades ago in a cave in Gawaine's tusks. It would have spent its life either carrying heavy objects or brutally attacking the knees of its foes. Here it stands among the fungus of its natural habitat.
I hope whoever stuffed that covered their nose and mouth.
Oh, it's supposed to stink really bad. Oh, there's more down here. Jesus Christ. Deadly fungi. This one's long. Harvested from Gawaine's tusk. Left ascension of multitudes. Beneath this fungus, for the dramatic name, lies the simple fact. To touch it with bare skin is to invite crippling pain and death. Believed to have been used in ritual mass suicide in Gawaine's tusks, the fungus gives off scent similar to that of rye berries and sage in hopes of luring a victim, which collapses upon contact with the fungus and provides ongoing nourishment for its offspring. Right front. Widow's tear. Found throughout the living lands, but most often seen in caves of Gawaine's tusks. Widow's tears contains a venom that is harmless if ingested, but potentially deadly if used as an injected poison. Often found growing near shallow graves or exposed carcasses, it contains a foul-smelling liquid that can be used as a source of water, depending on one's desperation. Right back, blue feather brush, nearly identical to the much less deadly witch's hair fungus. The blue feather brush can only be identified by the slightly earthy aroma it exudes when harvested. Mere contact with the skin is harmless, but inhaling the fungus' earthy aroma, even in small doses, can cause shortness of breath, tightness in the chest, and difficulty in maintaining conscious thought. Those stricken by this condition often find themselves stumbling toward caves, cliffs, and small bodies of water, where they collapse and provide nourishment for the fungus in its new location. Ingestion leads to an incredible sense of euphoria, followed by a slow but inevitable death. Lord. Plucked from the further lands of Emerald Stare. Front witch's hair. The strands of this strange fungus contains both spores and light venom meant to deter predators and paralyze insects and small animals, which would then decompose into nutrition for the fungus itself. Often crushed and combined with sulfur to create witch mash, a yellow-green paste often used in small doses to remove wrinkles under the eyes of the wealthy and vain. Back left, Magran's torch. I think I've always read this, Magran's touch, like in Pillars of Eternity. Seen often in caves near volcanic activity, this ovoid fungus holds small spines inside its bellows-like body. When squeezed, these spikes penetrate the outer membrane and release spores, causing immense pain that could be described as burning. Delicious when properly prepared, and the spines, once carefully removed, can be used in sewing needles or artistic implements. Back right, blood pipe. Despite the deadly sounding name, blood pipe is quite harmless unless crushed and mixed with boiling salted water. The resulting broth, while delicious, will render adult kith senseless within a few moments. The godless were believed to use this soup in controlled doses to induce hallucinations or to relax the mind, but the correct recipe for a safe mixture has yet to be discovered. Okay, he likes his fungi. That's for damn sure. Chunk of Eoni broth and offerings. During the construction of Paradise's walls, builders discovered a sinkhole where a small piece of Ioni Brather, the fallen moon, came to rest thousands of years ago. It was surrounded by coins and other valuables dropped by ancient settlers. What superstitious relevance they held for the moon rock remains a mystery. Many of the early Paradise citizens voiced concerns about unearthing the treasure trove, fearful that an act of irrelevance would anger dormant spirits. Nevertheless, the piece was given a place of honor at the Emporium to commemorate the history of its settlement. No spiritual disturbance has been recorded in relation to this moon rock, though it does have an unusual affinity for spiders. The riches of Sovereign Point. Jewelry, precious stones, and iron ingots recovered from the mining settlement of Sovereign Point. The fate of the original settlers remains unknown. The Longhouse had a prepared feast of meat, mushrooms, and cheeses, ruling out starvation as the cause of abandonment. Some believe the settlers succumbed to the madness of isolation, though others dismiss this as speculative. The riches of their mine were not originally intended for historical preservation, but no one would trade in the artifacts for fear of their curse. Fibrous fungi left Fire Crown, a hardy cave dweller from Gawaine's tusk, parasitic to insects, despite its appearance unremarkable to eat. However, the Pargrunan claim that it enhances stamina. They often consume it before battles or long journeys. They enjoy considerable popularity amongst young warriors for this season. What they need to do for this to make it, I think, more palatable for people to read. I know most people play games like this. They don't read any of these stuff, because I've watched streamers just click on it and then just ignore it. You know, just put some pictures in there with it. You know, so I know the what they're referring to, like in the case, but just put some pictures here so that we can kind of make it more exciting, I guess. Ripe marrow sponge, fruits in autumn and winter beneath deciduous trees, a windfall to Velan traders who brought it to the republics and made it culinary trend among the nobility, best enjoyed with garlic cream sauce and a full-bodied red. Front meckwin skirt, unique among living lands fungi for its lack of exclusivity to the terrain. Explorers from the Durwood recognize it immediately, and it is known as Nanakatl to travelers from the Extremadal plains. It thrives on tree trunks throughout the region, though the matter of how it came, either the living lands or from it, remains a mystery. There's some more here, hopefully the last one. Jesus, a lot of reading. Colorful fungi, left Cletida, a grassland mushroom named by the Pargrunan for its resemblance to their buckwheat cakes. Though common in the early recipes of Solace Keep, it has become a delicacy due to its inhospitable terrain. Chewy when cooked, imparts an unexpected meaty taste. Right Zarip goblet, found throughout the living lands, but especially in winter and early spring along forest floors. Locals report that when dried and ground, they stanch bleeding, and many explorers carry the powder to treat minor wounds. Back whale's butt, native to the riverbeds of New Colquhoun, and the source of much controversy as its kith neighbors. Some naturalists revere it as a powerful hallucination. Others report no effect. This researcher questions the standard of their experiments.
You're back. What have you found?
Wow, a shield, beetle's bulwark. Nice. Oh, I need to check to see if, yeah.
You're back. What have you found?
I found German. He's dead, but his map of Donshore looks complete.
I warned Kiermund about those Sarms. It was Sarms, wasn't it? Oh, on second thought, don't tell me. Please, keep searching. I'm sure the others will turn up soon. Have you been to the bathhouse? I'm too busy myself, but I'm told it's a taste of old Spirento.
Why is it saying that there's something here, but then there's nothing here? Oh, it was that.
Do you really think the adherents is a clever?
Are you kidding? Even the High Inquisitor wouldn't do that. They know it turned the whole city against them.
But the city is already under lockdown. They could take it from the inside.
Take it. The militia would put them down in an afternoon.
Huh?
What do you want?
You should see the drunks try to grab the lanterns. Gets me every time.
The finer things in battle. Oh.
Good. You made it back. I knew you'd be back.
$3,000? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, that's gonna be the next upgrade over. Is gonna, yeah. This one's unique though. And it's only $575. But that's common quality. He wants for you to. I think we're just gonna wait until we upgrade it ourselves. Though garish in appearance, its expertly crafted doublet is exceptional at shielding its fears from the elements. Woven out of fiber from plants found all throughout the living lands, it's well suited for long journeys through the myriad valleys that make up for the strange land. Let me see, what did it say? Fine or better quality.
I knew you'd be back.
I'm almost there though for the upgrade, I think. We're just gonna do that ourselves. Guess that's too much. Too much money.
Don't go starting trouble.
So, you're the one they all crow about, eh? Best hunter and guide in all of Dawnshore?
Just Dawnshore? Phew, must be slipping.
You just look like a drunken dwarf to me. Seen 1,000 of you roaming back home in Atty. Ha! The mighty Marius, deep in his cups, ready to take on the deadliest prey, providing they're asleep at the time.
Right. Take another sip of my cool. Rude not to finish a drink someone bought for you.
No wonder you're hiding behind a mug. You're too worried about being polite to survive out there.
The dwarf there is Marius. Best tracker I know.
Interesting. Let's see how this plays out.
I heard you're from Solace Keep. How great a survivor could you be, hiding behind stone walls all your life?
You don't know anything about me, you dear Nimdude. So maybe go back and take another blessed day sip.
But here you are. Tell me, how does one get kicked out of a place that never lets anyone leave?
You want to talk so much, I'll cut you a second mouth to crush your throat.
You know Marius. Do you think we should step in?
Marius can handle himself. Of course, if you're bored, we could always start something anyway.
Your friend looks like he has this well under control.
I think this is about to get interesting.
I knew you were blessed in Nimdude the moment I saw you coming. Thought maybe I'd teach you a lesson. So I paid the bartender a few gold to drop a tiny bit of widow's kiss into a cup and serve your drink in it. Cramps should be starting in a few minutes, so, if you want to fight, we should go ahead and get started.
I've only heard of widow's kiss used as an injected venom. I think we just saw that over at the guy's store, the store that we just visited. Drinking it should be safe as water.
You know your stuff, but I doubt they do.
Envoy, you see? Will you stand by and allow this maniac to poison a fellow subject of the Emperor?
You'll survive as long as you run away now.
Oh, I can feel it. Gods, you.
Oh, that is quick. You better get to a healer before the poison spreads to your brain.
You wait, Marius. I'll be back. Hopefully.
Wow's eyes. That breaks. Wow's eyes. That breaks.
Well, that was something.
Marius, this is the infamous Adiran envoy. Envoy? Marius.
Well, any friend of Kai's is definitely a person.
How do you and Kai know each other?
We were both crossing the same patch of forest at the same time a couple years ago. There were some boars in heat I may have helped him with.
They were squirrels, and I had them well under control. If I'm not mistaken, you're looking for someone to help find the people who killed you.
Kai, did you tell him already?
Hey, I told you, he's an excellent tracker.
You haven't exactly been low-key, have you? I need to see the scene of the crime, over by the town gates. I promise there's something left that we can use to track them.
Wouldn't they have cleaned the area since then?
The assassins wouldn't go near that place anytime soon. And you don't have to worry much about people cleaning up in this town. We'll figure this out at Makul. Don't you worry.
Yeah, new companion would have helped us with that big fight just an hour ago. Known as the best hunter and wilderness guide in the Living Lands, Marius has lived all over the Living Lands, but there's no place he truly calls home. Marius uses ancient Pargrunan stealth and survival techniques to gain the advantage over his foes, trapping them in gripping vines and disappearing from sight to ambush them with silent attack. His senses are attuned to detect threats and objects scattered across the Living Lands. Binding roots, Marius uses his wilderness lore to root an enemy in place for 8 seconds. Hunt a sense. Order Marius to scan for enemies, loot, and plants in the Living Lands. Super. Finally.
Fuck you, Marius! Fuck you!
You'll be okay. Just get it all out, Culver. You'll be okay. Just get it all out, Culver.
is just never great actually in the cities. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it really.
Envoy, what can I do for you? Wonderful. And how did it go? That's unusual, but strictly speaking, not unhealthy. Anything else? No holding back now. Remember, I'm your healer. No judgments. A natural reflex of having your soul tickled by a professional, but it's perfectly healthy. I'll deliver my findings to the Adiran Embassy, and you can take it from there. Your brush with the Beyond has clearly done some harm, but I can't think of a reason not to let you go heal on your own. Just doing my job. If it were up to me, I would keep you here for research purposes, but alas. Come by any time you need to get stitched back together. You know where to find me.
Glad to hear your soul's in one piece. Let's try and keep it that way, alright?
Well, if she thinks you're completely healthy, she clearly didn't check above the neck.
Any injuries I should know about? No? You know how it is. Fighting in the alleys, rumor of a plague, odd creatures skulking out of the wilderness. Someone somewhere always needs to get patched up. And when they need me, here I am.
Nowhere through here. Where the fuck are we? Locate party. Oh. Keep turning left.
Ongoing.
Just have it clean up the blood.
Right here. This is where the envoy fell.
If it were me, I'd take the shot from up there above the embassy. Let's see if we can get up there.
There's no way to go up from inside the embassy.
Here, by the graffiti. You can reach the roofs from here. With any luck, your assassins won't be as bad at hiding their tracks as they were at making sure you stay dead.
Oh no, that's not very nice. Is this where we were fighting the spiders earlier? Oh, can we? No, we can't even get through here. Oh. How do we get up there? Okay. There's something I missed. How the fuck? I don't think we can even reach that. Oh. Yeah, I don't. Maybe I'm tired. I have to go to sleep, I think. How the fuck? There's no doors. No breakable wall. So I don't see a way up. There's no way up here. Oh, come on. I think we can go up there from the other side, though. misleading little dwarf. Oh! That's what happens when I talk shit about my companion.
Yeah. Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
Too much work here. Yeah, there's no way to go up here from here next to the graffiti. You have to get up there from over here, actually. Maybe he meant this graffiti.
Yeah.
Companions? Hello? Oh. This flask is empty, but it reeks of swamp water and rancid berries.
Smells familiar, but I can't place it. Whatever it is, it's not used for game hunting or keeping beasts out of your garden. The apothecary might know more. That's where I'd look.
Seems like a good place to start.
Without a second thought. I've bought my fair share of poisons in case some nin dude out there tries to take something I need. Go back to the market and up the stairs to the east. You'll see a large building with a big window on top.
Ooh, the mermaid's den. Nice place. We should say hello to Juliana while we're there.
The apothecary is in the back alley. Any luck? We could track down who made this poison. Find your killers.
The dyed leather of these gloves is supple and intricately tooled. The palm of the glove is thin enough that the wearer can barely tell that anything lies between their hands and whatever they may hold, granting increased control and precision. Based on where you found these gloves, it's fair to assume that they were once used to fire the arrow that slew you. That's funny. We'll stop here.